My name is Nisansala. This talk is going to cover the two internship courses, which are Comp 4820 and Comp 8830. So that's the undergraduate course and the postgraduate course. And this information session is about semester 1, 2025. So it's if you want to do an internship project next year, semester 1. Sorry. So I'd just like to start by acknowledging the Ngunnawal and Ngambri people, who are the traditional owners on the lands on which we meet, and I'd like to pay my respects. Sorry, I'd like to pay my respects to their elders, past and present. So I'm going to be talking about. So this is the agenda. I'm going to be talking about a bit about the hosts that we have, some example projects, the support network that'll be there available for you, some of the key activities of the projects, the timeline and the different modes of delivery, and then the eligibility for whether you're eligible for the projects, the key dates that will be applicable, and how to apply. So before I continue, I think I might just let Lucy talk about the things that the careers and employability can offer you.
Thanks, Nisansala. I have a few slides which I'll share as well. 1 second. Are those coming up, guys? Yeah, thanks. It's always funny jumping from Teams to Zoom. There we go. Right. Can everyone see those? So hi, everyone. My name is Lucy Pullen, and I'm joining you today from the ANU Careers and Employability Central team. I work very closely with the Keck student employability team on all the internship projects. And I'm just going to talk for 5 minutes about how I can assist you with the internships that you perhaps will be electing for one of your computing courses. Just before I start, I'd like to introduce you to my team. You might have seen some of us around. So there's 15 of us on our team. I'm part of the career education team right there on the right-hand side. And the other person that you might see as well is Sky. She tends to accompany me to some of the larger workshops that we host for you. We also have an employer engagement team who are responsible for the careers fairs, the employer speaking events, speed networking events, those sorts of things. And there's quite a few really exciting ones coming up. So if you have time in your busy schedules, I really encourage you to try and attend some of the ones. I think we've got a startup event in a couple of weeks, which is going to have some tech firms there talking about how they started up some their tech companies. We also have a will and operations team. Now, you probably won't see them in person, but these are the guys who operate the systems that we use. In place is, in particular, is the new system that's coming to assist you with your placements. And we all fall under Elizabeth Bailey, who's the Associate Director, with Bella, who's our friendly admin and reception face, and Lee, our Communications Officer. I'm not going to go into much detail in this one, but I just want to make you aware of the framework that we work from at ANU Careers and Employability. We follow a ANU specifically designed professional skills framework, which is based on the Australian Blueprint for Career Development. It falls into 4 sections. So understand your professional self, where we look at values, skills, and interests and how they influence your sort of career decisions. Number 2 being understand industries and employers, where we sort of provide you with tools and an understanding on how to assess the Australian labour market. Number 3, and probably where I'll see a lot of you come and see me, is find and apply for jobs. So this is where I can assist you with your resumes, your expression of interests, looking at interview skills, cover letters, and how you can actually search for internships, part-time work, full-time work, etc. And then for those of you in your sort of final study years and any postgrads, navigate and drive your career and really how to understand to your networking skills and how to look for those opportunities within the workplace to develop your career. This is just a little plan that we like to advise. It's very simplified on how students sort of I guess approach their career and approach the different years within your studies. So in your first year, we really encourage you to immerse yourself in your degree, get to grips and understanding of how to use the online tools, booking one-on-one appointments with us to come and talk to us about your sort of specific needs. Try and extend your networks, in particular your relationships with your lecturers and tutors and your peers, and also looking for casual jobs or part-time jobs or internships. And then as you sort of develop through your academic journey, we really encourage you to attend career fairs. If you haven't done so already, there's a couple of big ones coming up in semester 2, and I'll provide the dates for you in a bit. And then obviously what you're doing right now is investigating and applying for internships. So if you do have any questions about sort of things that you should be doing now, you can always come and talk to me about these recommendations. So this is specific to Keck. And I just want to make sure that everybody on the call is aware that I am from the central team, but I am sort of the representative for the Keck College for Careers and Employability. So every Tuesday between 2 and 4, I am in the CSIT building, right next to the student services counter. And you can come and talk to me about anything. It can be about the internship. It can be about resume, cover letter, applications, or if you're nervous about an upcoming interview, or just how to find a casual or part-time job if you need that extra assistance. You don't need to book, and I try and keep it to sort of 15 minutes each person, but depending on your needs, I am there to support you. I've got a couple of workshops and events that I just wanted to highlight. As I said, on the 20th of August, there's the ANU Startup Forum, but I've highlighted, sorry, I clicked on it. I've highlighted in week 7 that I'm going to be running a virtual career computing internship, resume writing, and expression of interest workshop. So I'll just do an info session, which essentially it gives you some tips and tricks on how to write your resume and also how to write those expression of interests. Then we also have a virtual international forum for international students, and this is specifically for you guys, for Keck students, to assist you with finding work in Australia. And then in week 11, we'll have a combined Keck internships workshop face-to-face. The time is still to be confirmed, but we're looking at the 16th of October, and this is to assist you with your interviewing skills, especially for those internships. And we're hoping to have a couple of employers come along and talk. Just to let you know as well, this normally happens every semester. So we look at sort of week 7 and week 11 for those workshops. A reminder for those of you that don't already or haven't already joined, we always really encourage you guys to join a professional membership. So ACS is for your computing students. Most professional associations provide free or heavily discounted memberships. So if you haven't already had a look into that, I really encourage you to. And that's just a little bit about what we do, but the real page I wanted to show you was how you can contact me. So you can come along every Tuesday to talk to me face-to-face at the Keck drop-ins, or you can email me directly on lucy.pullen@anu.edu.au. I provide 30-minute one-to-one appointments, and I can do these both virtually or face-to-face. Or you can come and visit us. We're in the Hayden Allen building, or contact us at Careers. And there's a QR code there as well for linking to Career Hub, where you can book to talk to any of the careers teams if you have any concerns. But that's all from me. I'll hand back to Nissan Sala, and I will also share these slides with Mia and the team, so you can have access to all the information that I spoke about today. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, Lucy.
Sorry, everyone, just to let you know, we are recording this session. so that we'll be able to share the recording with everyone via the information page. Thank you. Thanks, Ms. Ansala.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm just trying to share it again. Sorry, something's weird with my mouse. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So where were we up? So basically, I really recommend you go to all those workshops and things that Lucy mentioned. That would help you a lot. And so, what is a computing internship? Well, it's a really great opportunity for you to try and find out what it's like in the workplace and to apply the knowledge that you've been learning in your university courses to a real workplace situation. It's a great opportunity that we will find for you. So we'll give you, I'll talk a bit more about that. We'll give you different opportunities that you can apply for. It's an independent project that you'll be working on with the employer. So the supervisor will be there to help you. And it's work integrated learning. So you'll be working at a workplace and really being able to see what it's like later on when you finish your career and start working. It gives you good practice to the different situations that you'll encounter in the workplace environment compared to being a student. So it's very different to just doing like a group project with your fellow students in your courses, and you have to learn a different set of skills to succeed in the workplace, and this is really good practice for that. So we expect you to make the most of it. So not just sign on if you're not really dedicated to doing this. And you need to be keeping in mind that you're representing ANU. So you are going to be what the employers, these are external organizations, and they are going to see ANU through the impact that you're having in the workplace. So you need to work hard and try and keep up, do your best behavior and make sure you come to meetings and do all the required hours that the supervisor is asking you to do and things like that. So it's not like a normal student project where you can just leave it to the last minute and that kind of thing. So it's like, think of it as an actual practice for actually doing a job later on when you finish your career. Yeah, you finish your studies, sorry. And you need to be self-directed and proactive. So you're really learning to be an independent employee and working on your own and actually going for doing things proactively and not waiting to be told everything. So these are the sort of host organizations that we've had in the past. So you can see there's a lot of interesting organizations there. They cover a lot of different areas. I'm not saying these are definitely the ones that you will be having the opportunities with next year. It depends each year. We get different employers advertising projects. But some of these organizations have advertised at several years. So you might see some of these before and again. So you can see that you'd probably find something that interests you. There's a lot of different companies that will be participating. So here's some examples of previous projects that we've had. So again, this is not saying that these are the projects you will have because it'll depend each year. But this is just to give you an idea. So you can see that it's quite a wide range of things. You've got things like deep learning AI, and then you've got different applications, like you've got wind farm optimization, cyber puzzles, cloud computing. So it's a wide range of different things, different topics, different applications, different skills that you'll be learning. It all depends on each host and what they're looking for. So we'll be advertising all the different opportunities, and you can apply for the ones that you're interested in, and you can apply for more than one. And that's what we recommend that you do. So how would we support you? So you would have quite a good support network. You've got the academic side of things where you've got your tutors in the course and the course convener. And then you've got the host organization themselves. So there'll be some supervisor at your host organization who'll be involved with you day to day and helping you with your project. And then you've also got other colleagues at your host organization, so other people you might be working with on the project, or just other people working in similar areas that you can talk to. And then we have what we call a mentor. So it's an industry professional who's there to guide you along. And so you can ask that mentor any questions that you have. If you're having any problems with understanding how things work in the workplace, they're there to help you with things like that. So you have quite a good support network. You have all these places that you can go if you need help with anything, and just advice on how to deal with the different problems that might come up in the workplace. You can talk to your mentor. So the idea is that you have 20 hours per week that you'll be spending on this course. 15 hours of that is actually doing the work on site at the organization. So by on site, it might be remote or hybrid, or it might be in person. So it depends on each host what they want and what you would agreed to when you've joined the project. But basically, you'll be doing 15 hours per week, and then the remaining 5 hours would be the associated work that you need to complete for the course. And so we have academic workshops and drop-ins throughout the course. So they're sort of like lectures. You have different workshops in certain selected weeks, starting from week 2, and drop-ins, that things like that, to help you to learn the skills that you need for the succeeding in the project. And then we have the same mentors I talked about. You have peer circles with the mentor. So you have a group of students with a mentor, and you can sit and discuss the various issues that you might have that you want to talk about. And then basically the assessment will be some project-based. So, sorry, we don't actually assess you on the project that you're doing in the workplace. That's up to your supervisor to look into how good you're doing with that, because a lot of it might be confidential, and the employer might not want the university to see that. But what we do is we give you pieces of assessment that are things like reflective pieces and things like that, to help you to get the most out of your internship. And then it also includes the supervisor's assessment of you. So that's also an assessment. So I won't go through all the details of the assessment, but that's basically the idea. Here's the sort of rough timeline. So this is not a definite timeline of what's going to happen for you, but it's an example. So we start in week 1, you have the placement start, and you have the orientation, and then week 2, we have a workshop where you'd be taught like project management skills. And then the mentoring circles start in week 3. So you can see it's also there in week 6 and 8. So it's like every few weeks you're meeting with a group of students and the mentor, and then that helps you to talk to them about the different problems you have. It also helps you to meet these other students, so you can build your network with that as well. And then we have the different workshops going through. So there's one in week 3, week 9, and so on. And those are to learn the different skills and things that are needed for helping you with your internship. And then we have the different assessments spread throughout the course. And then in week 12, you've got the showcase, where you'll show a poster and a little presentation about what you've been doing in your internship. So the delivery mode, it can be on-site, remote, or flexible. It depends on the host. So it depends what they wanted, and we would state that clearly in the ad description, so you would be able to choose what suits you as well. So on-site projects are for students that are in Canberra, where the host is in Canberra as well. So that's where you would actually go, you would go in person to the office and work with the host there. Then you got remote internships, which are usually interstate ones, because it's too far to travel every day. And then you've got flexible ones where the host might be happy with working from home sometimes and things like that. So it really just depends on the needs of the host and the needs of the student. You will negotiate that at the start. So what's the eligibility for doing this? So remember, there's 2 courses. The Comp 4820 is the undergraduate course. The Comp 8830 is the master's course. If you're doing the undergraduate one, so it's It is a fourth year level course, so you do need to have finished 12 units of 3,000 level courses. And you should have finished the 2100 or 2120 as the prerequisites, and it's incompatible with all those course codes up there. If you're in a master's, so this is part of those programs there, MComp or MMLCB, you have different prerequisites depending on which stream you're coming from, and you can see the prerequisites up there. And it's incompatible with those courses listed there as well. And in general, you need 12 units of space in one semester without overloading. So you also want to consider how that will fit in with your plans and majors and specializations in your program. So these are the key dates. So there are two rounds. There's a main round and a supplementary round. But the supplementary round is not for new applications. So it's not a chance for you to submit if you forgot to submit in the main round or you missed the deadline. The main round happens, and then if there are some students who were eligible but they didn't manage to get a placement, then they will operate in the supplementary round. So the main round, the host projects get added until the 12th September. So that means the employers are posting trying to advertise their projects to us, and then we post it up for you. And then the student applications open between those dates there, 13 to 29 September. And then at this point also, you can bring your own project if you're already in paid employment. But those hosts also need to submit an application. So then the hosts, so after you put in your applications, then the host interviews students from 11th to 31st October. So that'll be up to them to arrange the interviews. And then the students, all of you, will accept your offers by the 1st of November 2024. And remember, you can't switch after you've accepted an offer, so make sure you accept the one that you're interested in. And then, as I said, the students who were not able to get a placement but were eligible, they will get offered to come into the supplementary round, and then those are the dates there. So it's the same sort of similar thing. You get the host project added, students' applications open 6 to 13 November. Then you've got the interviews, and then the students accept offers by the 6th of December. So make sure you don't miss those deadlines. And then this is how you would go about applying for the projects. So first of all, if you go to that website there, comp.anu.edu.au/study/projects, that's where the projects will be advertised. So they're not there yet, but are closer to the time when you're going to apply, they'll be up there. And you would look at the ones, you look through, see what you want to apply to, and then you'd have, there'll be selection criteria and things, and you would address those and apply, giving your resume and so on. And there's an application form, then that will be available on the Computing Internship webpage. And these are the dates, which I said on the previous slide. So it's the main round is 13 to 29 September, the supplementary round 6 to 13 November. And so then the selection process happens by the applications. When we get them from you, we send them to the hosts, and then the host organization does whatever interviews it wants. So they select who they're interested in and then offer interviews, and then after that make offers. So we don't tell them who to pick or anything like that. We just give them the applications. Then the students accept the offers, and then after that, we actually, after the KEX student employability, will help arrange contracts and the enrollment course. So some frequently asked questions: can you bring your own placement? So yes, you can, but you need to still apply for the eligibility checks. Your host must submit a project proposal, and it's when you're in paid employment that this usually applies. Will I get ongoing employment? So you never know. It depends on each host. I can't tell you that for certain, but some hosts will choose to offer you further employment after that. So this is a really great opportunity. Even if they don't, it's still a really great opportunity to get this experience that you can put on your resume, and it's also experience that you can improve your skills and so on. and you might get a referee out of it, things like that. So it's really, really useful. Are the internships paid? So some of them are paid. So probably most of them are paid, but we have some unpaid placements as well. And we clearly state that in the project descriptions, and we do our best to make sure most of them are paid placements. Can I change placements? Or no. So you should, that's what I mentioned earlier. If you accept a placement, you should be really willing to take it. So you should think carefully before you accept. It's like accepting a job. Once you accept one of the placements, you can't change to another one, but you can only withdraw from the whole program.